the intellectual understanding of what's actually happening, it is seen to be a conceptualization, an interpretation of everything that's appearing. So the absolute reality in that just dissolves, but it can still be used. Communication can still happen. It's seen that no word is the truth. No description is the truth. So anything that comes out of anyone's mouth is equal. No one has the truth. Yeah, it honestly it would probably be more accurate if I just stayed silent. um and that does honestly seem to happen a lot. There's just a beauty in just being, but I don't know. There's a lot of energy in this body and it seems to want to express, and it might diminish. I have no idea. But there is no truth in anything I say. I don't take this seriously. Not to diminish any suffering I see. Like there's a natural I don't know, compassion that's, that everyone seems to have, but when the solidity in everything goes, it's like you can't really take anything that seriously. Not in a flippant way, no one's like taking a position like that. It's just sometimes humor can arise. Sometimes the whole joke in all of this is very apparent. Not even in a mean way, just like in a genuine, like, how the fuck are we suffering so much? And yet, like, in the end, it seemed that nothing ever happened. Like no one was at the center of that. And yet it felt so real. And it's such a beautiful experience. It's not something to be dismissed. I don't see it as it's just a total mystery, all of it now. It seems like it was never experienced before. It seemed like when I fell in love, I could have a sense of like this seeking, just like it just collapsed. And then there was this indescribable, I don't know, love or peace, and I associated it with that person. I thought it was because of that person, but it's now looking back, seeing that the seeking fell away and there was a so-called glimpse of, oh, this is love. And so it's kind of, it's not really exactly like that, but because the seeking has an energetic momentum to it that has a lot of residue that needs to clear out and fall away before this unconditional love can really penetrate the body. And then when it really does, um, it's like nothing that the body really experienced before. I think it can vary, but for here it was. I don't know. I don't think it's coming from anywhere. Um, yeah, I think the best thing I can say is I don't know. It feels like this was just always the case. And everything that was apparently happening was apparently on top of it or seemingly separate from it, but it was it. It was fully it the whole apparent time. It seems like it's just everywhere, but I think like when the personal energetic beliefs or knots, they might take some time to release. So it seemed like here it was more in certain areas than others. And the more that they kind of just relaxed and softened, and there was no knowing how much time that would take. But it seems like the more that happens, and it might continue the whole life of this body. I don't know, probably. Um, then yeah, it's everywhere. But when it really does kind of penetrate the heart area, like sometimes the heart can feel like it's just breaking open, and it feels painful in a beautiful way, but then then I think it can be a bit more fully embodied. Not that that needs to happen, but I think like that's when the sameness can be seen. The sameness that the personal experience and the disappearance of that experience, all of it is just the same. There is no distinction between anything. There's no border anywhere. I do think so. I must say that there was a devastating period where I thought I wouldn't be able to experience personal love anymore. And in a way, it is true. The personal preferences or the reasons why the identity felt um, more attracted to a certain person, that really dissolved, and that was painful because uh yeah, it's kind of worrisome, like am I going to ever have an intimate relationship again? But now as the body really settled and evened, I would say that there's natural desires in the body. um Intimacy is a healthy thing, so if it comes, yeah, there wouldn't be any resistance to it. I think there's natural connection that the body can have to another body. um Yeah, it would be different in the sense that there is no entity or a sense of a someone here having a relationship with someone else. It would just be like a union of these two bodies. It wouldn't be like I possess them or they own me or something like that. They wouldn't fulfill the identity in some way, I think. So there's definitely like a otherness in the sense that the wants and desires of this body is so-called experienced and acted out here. So that would come first. So I wouldn't force, there's no more forcing myself to be with someone because I feel bad for them, which kind of used to happen before. It would just naturally be, if there's a connection, great. If there isn't, there might be some pain involved, but parting ways will happen. So there is an otherness in that sense, but there's no more like added drama to it. You did this to me. How could you do this? I could still say that, I guess, but it wouldn't really have that much meaning to it.